Hey, Billy Eppenhart here. Welcome to another vlog that we have for you today. Today I'm going to talk about the proficiencies for growing a business. As we travel, of course, all over the world, we get a lot of questions about, how do I grow a business? How do I scale my business? And those kind of questions come. And so today I'm going to give you what I call some proficiencies. You know, the word proficiency, I chose it on purpose because it actually has the word at the beginning. If you look at it, professional, right? So proficiency, and so someone becomes a professional, like a professional athlete. They become, not only are they skilled, but they also know the different tactics. And not only are they skilled and they have tactics, but they also have the athletic ability to play. Well, in business, becoming a professional, there's some key things you need to learn in order to grow your business. And so I want to talk about those key things first of all, and they will develop in you as a proficiency. You know, sometimes there's two things I want to tell you about developing and growing your business as far as setting up. I'm going to give you four today, four proficiencies that you need. And so one of the things you have to realize and remember is you don't know what you don't know. So a lot of times when somebody's starting a business, making an investment, that you don't know what you don't know, and then because of that, you don't even know the right questions to ask. And so one of the things I want to do today is give you some of these proficiencies that you'll need so you understand, oh, I need to focus on that, or oh, I need to pay attention to that. And so that's what I mean when we talk about proficiencies for growing a business. So the first one for you is something, when I say it, should be obvious, and that is be a resilient learner. And I like to teach on what I call the law of wisdom under this be a resilient learner, is that because in business, the key to really learning and moving forward is doing what we call failing forward. In other words, noble failure. You learn from your failures, or you learn from your mistakes. And so an example of that is what I like to talk about is the law of wisdom. Is that the first thing you have to do to be a resilient learner is the first thing you have to do is get knowledge, or specific knowledge that you need for something that you, for example, if you're going to go in the coffee business, you're going to have a coffee shop, you need to start learning all the different aspects of how to run a coffee shop, how to source your coffee, all the things you need to learn. You got to go all the way over to your accounting. On this side, point of sale system in the middle, all the different pieces that you'll need, customer service, etc., that you need to incorporate. So you have to get specific knowledge. And then secondly, you have to apply that knowledge, which is where understanding comes from. You know, a lot of people can read it in a book, but then you have to get in the game and start practicing what it is you learn. That's how understanding in your business is developed. And believe me, when you start feeling it, you get in the game, you start noticing the speed of the game, how fast the ball is moving, that kind of thing. That's where understanding on how to play the game comes. And then thirdly, that's the third thing that happens is then you develop wisdom. You learn to walk in wisdom in a particular area of your business. So that now you've had knowledge, you've applied the knowledge, you've developed understanding, then next is wisdom. And so you become a resilient learner. Now, matter of fact, I like this, and I brought this, I'm reading it from a paper I got. It says in 1906, Ford Motor Company produced 8,729 cars. So basically almost 9,000 cars. 10 years later, Ford Motor Company produced almost 900,000 cars. Think about it. In 10 years, it went from producing, and that was in 1906, to 1916, it went from producing 9,000 cars to almost, not quite, but almost 900,000 cars. So, which is basically close to an 85-fold increase that happened in just 10 years. Think about that. Well, what kind of things do you have to grow from producing 9,000 cars to producing 900,000? What kind of things do you need to learn? What kind of systems do you need to incorporate? In 1996, Amazon received and sold, several hundred books in 1996. Today, Amazon receives more than 2 billion orders every day for the same day or next day delivery. I mean, think about that. You're talking about scaling. You're talking about proficiencies for growing a business. In 1987, Starbucks operated 6 stores in Seattle. It now operates more than 30,000 stores worldwide. So it grew from basically 6 stores in Seattle to more than 30,000 stores worldwide. So one of the key proficiencies to growing a business is learning to be a resilient learner. The reason we use the term resilient is because you're going to discover something. You may not execute it exactly like you should, but you got to work through that and execute. And as you learn through that executing, making it happen. And sometimes you fail forward, pick yourself back up, and you keep learning and you keep growing in order to scale. Now I'm going to talk about 3 more proficiencies. So be watching for the next vlog where I share those with you. Thank you.